Steel, meat, milk, airplanes, solar technology, all trade sectors that enjoy EU protection. A few years ago, solar panel sales in Europe, a burgeoning industry up until then, began to lose serious ground to cheap imports from China, so the EU slapped tariffs on them.
This isn't about protectionism. It's about the fact that we need a referee. If someone starts to break the rules, and every market needs rules, then the referees have to be able to give them a red card or a yellow one. And that's what the European Commission does with anti-dumping measures.
Agriculture is the sector where protectionist measures are most prevalent in the EU and its member states. Meat imports can face tariffs of up to 150% of the declared value, and milk 100%. And farmers in the EU receive subsidies for every cultivated hectare. In Germany, about 250 euros. During lemon season in the Mediterranean, duties rise short-term in order to protect European fruit producers. After the harvest season, they fall again. Agricultural subsidies in Europe are rooted in historical events.
Thinking about the experiences after the Second World War, European farmers in that time were not able really to offer enough food for the whole population. And in that time there was the idea to set up a very complex system to support agricultural activities, which was in the end, let's say, over-successful, because in the end the EU produced a lot of surpluses.
Protectionism in modern European economies harks back to the earliest days of the EU, when its predecessor, the European Coal and Steel Community, protected members from foreign competition back in the 1950s. And in other key sectors like aerospace, members have always given European manufacturers cheap loans in an attempt to give them a foot up against US-based Boeing. But even firms that are well established in sectors like mechanical engineering have enjoyed some protection.
Some protectionism is done because of the EU wants to ensure a certain safety level on product or processing standards, so in order to protect from dangerous products from other countries.
Protectionism in the EU today is mostly a reaction to cheap imports from abroad.
If we want to retain jobs here, if we want to maintain industries that are very successful, then we have to protect ourselves from dumping prices.
The EU is loud in its defense of free trade, but in reality, it's retained plenty of protectionist practices.